A while back on one of my Switch hidden gem videos, I mentioned a game called Lucah Born of a Dream, which was a unique indie hack and slash action RPG that kind of caught me by surprise, but I ended up really enjoying it. Now fast forward to 2024, and apparently Lucah has a sequel, and it is called Death of a Wish, and I had zero idea that this was even a thing or that it was coming out until I played the demo a few days ago. Now, of course, since this is a demo, not going to be a super in-depth breakdown, but I do want to talk about it just a little bit because I think, just like Lucah, I think we might have a potential hidden gem on our hands if that's what I'm all about on this channel. And also worth of note, I believe the Death of a Wish demo is currently only on Steam. Hopefully this game ends up making it to consoles, but for now, Steam is going to be the way to go if you want to play this. So let's jump into it, man. In Death of a Wish, you will be playing as the main character Christian, who's trying to make his way out of this religious cult that he was raised in. Those who are familiar with the first game, Lucah Born of a Dream, you'll pretty much feel at home with this plot. It carries a lot of the same religious themes and tones that were present before are definitely still here. There's a decent amount of dialogue. You'll be meeting some different characters, and the demo did a pretty solid job of just kind of letting you know what's going on and giving you a little bit of a feel for the world that you in. Now, as far as the presentation, we back with this art style, with this little, I call it, this is the doodle art style that was drawn by like a demonic third grader, but I don't mean that as a diss. Like, I like it. I like it. It's a very unique art style, and like a weird way it kind of fits like the tone of the game in a very strange way, but I really like it just because of how unique it is. And they added in some cool animations that they did with the art style, and I don't think some of these were in the first game. So like they got like a little animation that happens if you pull off like a little cool finishing move. So I thought that was a nice touch for the visuals. And during the demo, the main two things you're going to be doing is exploring and fighting. The exploration, a lot like the first game, not anything too deep, but you'll be going around to different areas, finding and collecting items, and doing other little tidbits that kind of help the story move along. But the most important part, man, we gotta talk about the fighting. I'll talk about these hands. I'm liking the combat in Death of a Wish. I think, just based on the demo, I think they took the formula of Lucah, and I feel like they improved on it. Controls are responsive, the movement feels good, the combat it still has the solid customization options with this Arya system that they have, and that was one of my favorite things about the first game, was the customization. And I like that with these Aryas, the way you equip them kind of matters because certain enemies are vulnerable to certain Aryas, so it kind of forces you to experiment and kind of see which Aryas are best for a specific enemy. Death of a Wish also has RPG elements, so you're gonna have a solid amount of upgrades you can get, plenty of mechanics to be learned, and the demo is actually pretty lengthy, which I think is a good thing because it gives you enough time to get comfortable with the game and gives you enough time to figure out how the game wants you to play and kind of what they want you to do. And believe me, there will not be a shortage of enemies or boss fights. You're gonna be throwing some hands in this demo. It's gonna happen pretty often, so you don't have to worry about having any dull moments. You're going to be fighting. You'll be throwing hands repeatedly, and it's gonna be challenging. It's gonna be challenging. Do not let this little art style fool you. You will get slapped up out here in these streets if you are not on your P's and Q's, parrying and dodging like you should be. And dying does have consequences in this game because, like Lucah in Death of a Wish, you got to deal with that good old corruption meter, which you might see in the upper right hand corner of the screen. Now the goal of the game is to not get fully corrupted, because if you get fully corrupted, something might happen to you. I don't want to know, so I ain't gonna try to find out. But the corruption meter does slowly go up while you're playing, but it goes up faster if you die. But the one cool thing that I like that they added in Death of a Wish is they kind of give you a way to combat the meter going up by giving you this, they have this ranking system they do. So it doesn't happen until later in the demo, but basically you'll start to get graded on your combat encounters. So if you do a good job and you get a good rank, it kind of slowly chips away and reduces the corruption meter. So I do like that they added a way to kind of balance out the corruption system. Quick random side note, one thing I noticed that was present in Death of a Wish that was not in Lucah, they took away the stamina bar, which I thought was interesting. So unless they add it back in the full game, it seems like in Death of a Wish you can dodge and run and move until your little heart is content, which I'm always cool with. It made the first game difficult, not impossible, but hey, I'm not gonna complain that there ain't no stamina bar no more. You will get no complaints from me. But overall, man, this demo was really dope. It gave me a good first impression. I'm enjoying what they're doing with this customization and the combat. The art style looks good. Just the overall feel of the game. It's very unique. It has its own special little charm about it. If I had any negatives to say, this was kind of similar in the first game, but I feel like I noticed it more in the second one. Because of this art style and the color scheme, there are certain moments where combat gets really hectic, and because of the colors that they use, you kind of can't see what's going on. There were a couple times where I was fighting and it got really chaotic and I could not see where I was at on the screen. I was pressing buttons and hoping that I was just doing the right thing. It's not a game-breaking issue, but it definitely is one that was just worth bringing up because it did happen. But make sure you check out this demo though, man. I wanted to bring some awareness to this game because I think, like I said, just like Lucah Born of a Dream, I think Death of a Wish might fly under a lot of radars, and it definitely, I think it deserves some love. I think we're gonna get a gem here. Now I don't know when this is going to drop. I don't know if Death of a Wish has an official release date, at least as of this recording. But I would hope that it is coming out soon. I will definitely be buying it, and I hope you guys check it out, man. But that is all I got for today's video. Those are my thoughts on the Death of a Wish demo. Hope you enjoyed it. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay hydrated, and I will see y'all on the next video.